Well, hello and welcome to a gloriously sunny day here at Preston Marina to have a look at this boat, a Fisher 31 motor sailor, which is available here now at Preston Marina. And I thought we'd just have a little walk around and have a look. So Fisher is the brand, and you can see why they have called themselves Fishers, because they're very much inspired by traditional fishing boats in their design, in their hull shapes and the wheelhouse, but they aren't converted fishing boats. They are designed as yachts and as pleasure boats. Just climbing on board, looking at a little cockpit there. But yes, they are well renowned as being very seaworthy motor sailors with good strong hulls. You can see the wide side decks and the bulwarks there and the gunnels, all good chunky fishing boat inspired, trawler inspired stuff. Look at the decks here. This Treadmaster non-slip decking is really good underfoot, and nice big spaces to walk around on, and you can see obviously the wheelhouse there. Now this is the Fisher 31, and from what I have been told, the Fishers are more known for their 30-foot boat and their 34-foot, I think it is, boat. The 31 is perhaps lesser known, but obviously is a bit of a hybrid of the two. But how it was explained to me, it has roughly the hull size, the convenient hull size of the sort of 30-31 foot, but the wheelhouse is more of the size of the 34 foot. So that's the concept here. We've got the sort of smaller, more manageable hull, but a larger wheelhouse than the typical Fisher 30. So we'll go and have a look inside the wheelhouse in a minute, but just have a little look up on deck. We've got the in-mast furling for the mainsail, and we've got now it's a cutter rig, which means we've two head sails, two furling head sails, one out there on the bowsprit. So that's the rig of this. Again, I believe many of certainly the 30-foot Fishers are a ketch rig. Well, this is not. This is a cutter rig, but you know, she can be sailed as a sloop with the one mainsail and one jib sail. So more like a sloop rig. So working our way backwards, we've got this open cockpit area, self-draining of course, which gives you some nice outdoor seating, and going up this sort of mast on the stern, we've got a wind generator and a solar panel, and there you've got your aerials for your GPS, etc. But there we go. We'll just step down into the cockpit, and we'll go into the wheelhouse in a moment, but just want to make a point of showing you these lovely hardwood varnished, really solid. There's a bolt there which just stops it being closed, but there we go. So just look at these doors, so you can seal yourself in behind those doors when you're underway, and be really cozy against the elements. So let's say this is the position for putting a tiller on, either emergency tiller, or if you prefer to steer with a tiller, you can do. But let's say, let's go into this wheelhouse now. So this is what makes a motor sailor really a motor sailor as much as anything else, is you've got the protection of the wheelhouse. So true boating, year-round boating, definitely part of the concept with a motor sailor, but also the Irish Sea, where in our part of the world, it's even at the height of summer, it can be a nice thing to be doing your boating from inside the wheelhouse. In terms of, we'll talk about accommodation as we go, but this settee here, the back cushion would come off, but this is over 6 feet in length, so this would be a good sea berth. On the other side of the wheelhouse, yes, the same exists, although this table or surface is removable, so if you wanted to again use that as a sea berth, you could. Now the helm position itself, just press that button there, because that I know turns on the gadgetry, and what we have here is a good suite of modern Raymarine navigation equipment. So I think pretty much everything you could ever want is right here already. So this is a GPS chart plotter. We have got now I think the battery isolator must be off. Anyway, we've got a GPS chart plotter, we've got a depth sounder, a speed log, wind speed and direction. This is the autopilot controls here, a modern DSC VHF radio. Over on this side of the wheelhouse we've got the radar, and that's all recent generation Raymarine equipment. And then we've obviously got here the helm with its single engine control and main steering position, and this pilot seat, instrumentation right in front of you. But again, the visibility out of the windows, and it's again belying its fishing boat, workboat origins. It's a forward rake windscreen, that forward angle, so the windscreen is leaning slightly forward, which helps keep the spray and the water off of it. There is a windscreen wiper to add to visibility in less than clement conditions, but as I say, just by design, what we have here is a very heavy-duty sea-going boat. And again, this wheelhouse is just a nice space in its own right, and would be a good sleeping space. There is diesel blown air heating throughout the boat, and there's an outlet for the heater just down there. These are speakers for the stereo system. So again, the wheelhouse is a good cosy space to start with, but let's go below decks and see what we've got by way of a main saloon down these steps. There we go. So there we go, now we're down in the main saloon now. So we've got this lovely U-shaped dining area, and I love this inlaid table with the compass points just inlaid in there, just a nice decorative touch. But this is obviously the dining area, but this table will drop down and with infill cushions will make a double berth. There is also, I don't think you'd use it at the same time as the double berth, but as an alternative there is a quarter berth, a single berth running aft from here. So that is another sleeping option. And on the starboard side we've got the galley area with a relatively recent gas cooker there. Hot and cold water, the hot water coming off the engine, off a calorifier, the heater outlet for the main saloon just down there. So again, good galley space, lots of room to stand up and walk. Again, working. This again belies its true seagoing design. This is a strap which the cook will strap themselves into the galley area. If you're out in choppy seas, the cook can literally put that behind their back and strap themselves to the sink or to the stove. So again, these are the little clues that what we're in here are a proper sea boat. Let's go into the heads compartment, the loo. So we've got the sea toilet there, but now it is full standing headroom in here, but we're looking at the toilet compartment and we aren't seeing a sink. What we are seeing here are the controls for the shower, but no sink. Well, that's because you need to be careful with space on a boat of this sort of size, and a clever feature of the Fisher 31 is the sink pulls out as if by magic and just bolts in there. So you have got a proper, in fact a really big sink to be honest with you, with a mirror above, but to save space we've got it folding out of the way when not in use. So a really cleverly and well thought out toilet, shower and wash compartment there. Speaking of clever use of space, so these are the steps that I came down to get into the cabin, but if we lift this middle step, there we go, that space there is actually a refrigerated, that's the fridge basically, that has got a compressor fridge mechanism, so that is the fridge. And again, storage under all of the seats, good galley storage with by way of lockers and cupboards. This is the mast compression post. This provides a bit of strength and rigidity for the mast. And this is the fore cabin. So look at the thickness of the mattresses. That will be really comfy. So again, a V berth in the bow, or fills in to make a double. Look at I love these. This is very idiosyncratic of the Fisher, but you've got these lovely round portholes bringing a bit of daylight. But just a nice, again, seagoing feature that you find on Fishers. You obviously got the large deck hatch above, and there is a little wardrobe there and below. So in fact, I think there will be a wardrobe behind the saloon door. Oh no, of course there isn't, because that's where the galley is. But that's the door partitioning the fore cabin from the saloon. So there we go, a good simple but effective layout. Headroom in here will be above 6 feet. I'm just about 6 feet, and I would estimate that the headroom in the saloon is in the region of 6'1", 6'2", something in that order. So this is a Fisher 31. More details on our website, www.prestonmarina.co.uk. She's afloat here at Preston Marina, and well worth a look if you want an all-weather, all-year, sturdy, not fast. They are, of course, racing boats. Oh, in fact, speaking of things, I was going to show you the engine. It's a motor sailor. So let's look at the motor. So I was just winding up, and there's something else I'm going to show you. So down here, under the floor of the wheelhouse, these floorboards all removed to reveal the engine. And through the gift of editing, I'll do that for you right now. So we'll have a quick look in the engine hatch. One moment. So down under the floor of the wheelhouse is the Volvo Penta diesel. Now the third floor hatch does remove, but you need to take this seat out, and just at the moment I'm filming this one-armed with a broken shoulder, so I'm not quite as dexterous as normal, but there you go. You can see the engine compartment absolutely spotlessly clean, not a drop of water or oil or anything that shouldn't be there to be seen. I know this engine has been extremely well looked after, and everything, all the systems are really easy to get out and service, and daily checks are very easy. 36 horsepower, 3-cylinder Volvo Penta diesel. So that'll give this boat a cruising speed in the order of 6 knots. So not going to get anywhere in a hurry, but it'll be steady, it'll get there. And as I say, she's a really strong, solid passage making offshore boat. So the Fisher 31, anybody looking for a solid offshore motor sailor that's not too big and easy to manage, should consider this boat and come and have a look here at Preston Marina. Thank you very much indeed for watching.